Hey everyone, how are you? It is almost 1 o'clock. I'm just getting something set up and waiting for you guys to jump on. So, welcome to day 4. We are going to be discussing some really cool things today, again, about behavior and our brain and what we can do to make things easier and understanding how food affects our mood and how we choose certain foods based on our mood and how we can eliminate some of those barriers and boundaries. But mainly we're going to be talking about some tips on how to successfully get through and accomplish a sugar detox or any kind of detox that you're doing. But we're talking about sugar detox this week. All right. So, I just want to welcome everybody. I am going to be using my phone today so I can look to make sure I'm live on Facebook. Okay, there we go. All right, so if you are joining me live, welcome again. This is Cynthia Ray. I am your coach. This is day 4 of a 5-day sugar detox, sugar-free in 2023. And yeah, I'm a registered dietitian and fitness specialist. I have a passion for learning and educating. This is my opportunity to do that. I'm so excited, so blessed to have you all here. My full-time job is I'm a homeschooling mother of 3 awesome kids. Actually, I only have 2 homeschool students now. I graduated my first one last year. He's finishing up, he just finished up his first semester at a university here in Florida. And I am originally from Southern California. We're natives of there. We moved to Idaho as a family in 2019, just pre-COVID, which was awesome. God is so good. So we moved to Idaho in 2019, and now we're here for several months through May in Florida with my son, enjoying some sun and family time together. So anyhow, so that's a little bit about me. So for today, I would like to share who our winner is today from yesterday's challenge. And our winner today is Leslie Robinson. So if you're here, congratulations, Leslie. You won in the raffle for the Starbucks gift card. So I will be sending that to you via email. I sent you a private message letting you know, and then just reply, let me know what email you want me to send it to. So anyway, congratulations. So make sure to pay attention to what today's homework is when I describe it at the end of our class. And you can also be entered to win a prize for tomorrow. Okay, so welcome again. So if you're just joining, what we're going to do is I'm going to have each of you introduce yourselves with something kind of interesting today. So let me know where you're from. And I want to know this, it's kind of fun. If you would, or if you could, would you rather have a personal chef? Would you rather have a hair and makeup stylist that would come to your home and do your hair and makeup every day, make you look gorgeous? Or would you love to have a daily or like a live-in housekeeper that kept your house spick and span 24/7? Well, kind of 24/7. So let me know in the comments. Would you rather have a personal chef that cooked all your meals or whatever you wanted, a makeup and hairstylist to come to your home daily and get you beautified? Or would you rather have a housekeeper that came to your home daily to keep your home spick and span? So let me know in the comments what you think and where you're from, so I know where everybody's coming from. For me personally, if I could have any of those things, it's a tie, it's tough, but I would say I'd love to have somebody do my hair and makeup. For me, growing up as an athlete, that really wasn't a thing for me. I absolutely love it once I do it. But if I could have somebody do it for me, that would be amazing. So if I could have that, that'd be awesome. I've had a chef a couple times make some meals for us at the beginning of the week. And then just she would make them and store them for the rest of the week, which was incredible and was actually kind of pretty doable financially. But anyway, at this point, a makeup stylist and hairstylist would be so cool. So anyway, let me know in the comments. I'm going to check here on my phone. Okay, so let's see what we have here. We have, hey Leslie, congratulations. Tracy from Virginia Beach. I'd rather have a chef. I'd hate to cook. That would be so cool. And then Leslie also says personal chef. And then Sherry, she's from Vienna, Virginia. She'd rather have a personal chef. Annette Renee from Los Angeles. Hey, Annette. I would love a daily housekeeper. That would be awesome. And then we have Karen. Oh, things are moving around. Alicia, she's from Placentia, Southern California. She would love a personal chef, but I wish I could have them all. I know, me too, right? Yeah. Yeah. So awesome. Thanks, Leslie. Yeah. So check your messages and make sure to know I know what to do when to send you your prize. So anyhow, yeah, so that's so much fun. So if you are still writing in your answer, if you want a personal chef, makeup style and hairstylist, or a daily housekeeper, put it in so we can get to know you all and where you're from. So welcome everybody. So yesterday I wasn't feeling so great. I really don't know exactly what was going on with me. I think I might have been underhydrated. So I was a little bit loopy. So I just wanted to briefly go over some of the key points of the things I was talking about yesterday. So one of the main things is, one, ghrelin. So ghrelin is a hunger hormone. That's it. It is responsible for making you feel hungry. Of course, we want to keep those levels low. We don't want to have them high so that we're not constantly hungry and eating all the time. So in order to keep them low, you want to eat balanced meals. You want to get quality sleep, and you want to keep your sugar low. You want to keep your carbohydrates low. You want to keep your protein moderate, and you want to keep your healthy fats higher in your diet in order to keep that hunger hormone low. Okay. The other two that are super important are the CCK and the peptide YY. Those two regulate your hunger at each meal, hunger and fullness at each meal. So those two are triggered by protein and by dietary fat in your diet, but not by starches and sugars. So if you're eating something starchy and sugary, those two hormones aren't going to know when you're satisfied. So you'll never get a signal for fullness. So a lot of times people will say, oh, I always have room for dessert after a meal. And that's basically because those sugary foods aren't triggering those appetite hormones to let you know that you're full. So for example, let's say you wanted a piece of, 500 calorie piece of chocolate cake after dinner, or if you had the option to have a 500 calorie portion of chicken, which one would make you more full? So same amount of calories, different thing, right? So naturally, if you think about it, it'd probably be really hard to take down 500 calories of chicken after eating a full meal, but grabbing a 500 calorie piece of cake is a lot easier to do and you won't feel full. So these are ways I'm explaining to you on how to keep sugar cravings down and keep your appetite stable. So that way you are not eating excess calories and excess food when you don't need it. So just want to give you a little review of that. If I wasn't clear, I don't know, I was not feeling great yesterday. But anyhow, okay, so let's go back into for today. So for today, we're going to be talking about, the title is Making It Work. We're going to be talking about time-tested strategies for completing a sugar detox. So I'm going to share with you my top 4 time-tested strategies for making it successfully through a sugar detox. So before we do that, I just want to remind you that this 5-day group, the intention of it is to get you started with understanding and learning about doing a sugar detox. It's only 5 days. I try to make it brief so you can get all the information you can and get on your way. It's an introduction because I do have if you haven't seen it already, my 21-day sugar detox book that is comprehensive and is designed for long-term results. The 5 days just to get you a jump start. But on Monday, January 16th, this coming Monday, I'm going to be starting a group going chapter by chapter, day by day in this. Basically, it's a devotional of how to do a sugar detox and keep the sugar at bay or out of your life for long term. So if you haven't joined this yet, comment if you want and are curious about joining, comment in the comment section here. Let me know if you're curious about joining us on Monday to get this started. If you haven't gotten your book yet, it's my website is 21dayswithoutsugar.com. Go there, grab it on Amazon. You can get that pretty quickly, and then also download the meal plan that goes along with it. So just want to let you know about that's coming up. And what else is there? I think that's the main thing. Yeah, okay. So let's go ahead and dive into, I'm going to start with our scripture for today. I have a new scripture that I felt like was fitting for today. So today's scripture comes from Psalm 139, and it says, For you created my inmost being. You knit me together in my mother's womb. I praise you because I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful. I know that full well. My frame was not hidden from you when I was made in a secret place, when I was woven together in the depths of the earth. Your eyes saw my unformed body. All the days ordained for me were written in your book before one of them came to be. Then verse 23 says, my favorite part here, search me, O God, and know my heart. Test me and know my anxious thoughts. See if there's any offensive way in me, and lead me into the way everlasting. So that's from Psalm 139, 13 through 16, and then 23 through 24. So at the beginning, we're basically learning about how precious we are to God and how amazing we are and how he already has plans for us and amazing plans. And then the second part is kind of like a spiritual surgery where you're asking him to dive into your heart and see if there's any ways within your heart that aren't serving you the best way that you can, or that it could be, and then asking God to reveal that to you so that you can have a character shift in a positive way and learn from it. So that's kind of what's happening in a way whenever you're taking something out of your diet or just changing your behavior. It takes a lot of intentionality, and it starts revealing things in you that you didn't realize were there. So it's an opportunity to learn more about yourself, but also at the same time while you take care of your health. So that's our verse for today. Okay, let's go ahead and get started with the time-tested strategies for completing a sugar detox. So like I said before, that accountability is huge. The more accountability you have, the more successful you're going to be. Having a plan in place in advance is huge. Being prepared, and then having a strong reason why. Like, why is this important to you? Why do you really feel like you need to change this part of your life to better yourself in a big way? So sometimes people, for one example, may feel like or they were diagnosed with prediabetes or are diabetic or have it in their families and think, you know what, I just need to do something different because I'm struggling with sugar and it's really affecting my health. Maybe you gained a lot of weight over the past few years or months and you're just not feeling like yourself. So make it something that's really heartfelt, that is a great reason why for you to continue, because that why will carry you on even when things get hard. Okay. Basically, you want to look and see what is it that you want your life to look like, and what do you want to have accomplished by the time you're done detoxing sugar. How do you want your daily life to look? How do you want to feel? Who do you want to surround yourself with? How do you want your life to look? So those are super important things to ask yourself at the beginning and as you go through this process. Okay, let's dive in a little further. So let's talk about strategies. So the first strategy I have for you is identifying emotions and changing the habits, the food habits that come along with them. So my favorite topic is food and mood, basically how food can affect your mood and how you can choose foods based on the mood that you're experiencing in the current moment. So as we know, food can act as a drug. It can be soothing, it can be relaxing, it can be calming, it can be energizing. It can give you all of those things. If you're anxious, it can make you feel relaxed. If you're sad, it can make you feel happy. If you're bored, it can kind of give you something to do to re-energize you. So I'm going to share with you some of the different food textures that actually can impact your mood, which is very interesting to me. For example, we hear the word comfort food, right? So comfort food refers to sweet, creamy foods or warm, savory, comfy foods that make you feel relaxed and cozy inside. And the reason why that is because there's two hormones involved. One of them, when we have those foods, let's say it's a bowl of ice cream and a brownie sitting on the couch cuddled up watching a movie, right? Sounds fabulous, right? Or even a bowl of warm soup or something bready like what is it? Like some kind of roll with some warm soup or something like that that just makes you feel comfy and cozy. And when you have those things, the reason why it makes you feel that is because a hormone called oxytocin is released. Also, another hormone called dopamine is released. And those actually make you feel really good. Oxytocin is like that love hormone. It makes you feel connected. It makes you feel cozy. It makes you feel just like you've really connected with somebody, which actually makes somebody, is one of the precursors. If somebody is low in oxytocin naturally in their brain because they don't connect well with other people or have trouble making intimate personal connections with other people, they're going to be low in oxytocin and be going to other things, maybe food or substance abuse, other drugs or other addictive patterns in order to find that same feeling of love, connection, and comfort. A friend of mine wrote a book about this, and it's actually for alcoholics, helping them to recover. And it's really about them finding connections and learning how to connect with people. So we can use carbohydrates, especially sweet foods. Sweet carbohydrates really bring on that oxytocin, or those warm, creamy foods elevate oxytocin to feel better and feel loved and connected. The other one is dopamine, and dopamine is known as the reward center of your brain. So survival wise, in the past, generations ago, during when we were kind of hunters and gatherers, we would find that if you found something bitter and you ate it, or saw something and you ate it and found that it was bitter, or just had a pungent taste to it, you would know right away to get rid of it, right? Because it was gross. But that's actually protective. That's God's way of creating things and our palates to know that's not good for us. So we would throw it away or take it out of our mouths, right? However, things that are sweet and sugary are what we normally crave because it's survival. When we eat something sweet and it tastes really good and it triggers that dopamine, it's the reward center for survival in our brain. We eat it and we realize, oh, this is actually something that's good for my survival. So I'm going to eat that. So interestingly enough, what you can do is if you consistently reward yourself with something sweet and you get that dopamine response, you're creating what they call a reward center in your brain. So in your brain, there's neurons or nerve cells. And then when those connect, you can actually create a nerve pathway, a connection of nerves of a reward center. So every time you eat something sweet and it makes you feel that dopamine high, you're creating a little nerve pathway that it's making it easier or more desirable to want to go back to that sweet food. So that's kind of how habits are created with food. The other thing, which is fantastic though, and well, the more you do it, the stronger the pathway gets and the easier it becomes to want to have something sweet, but it also requires you to have more of something sweet to get that same effect. Okay, so on the other hand, you can reverse that. This is the really cool thing I learned recently, was that if you stop rewarding yourself with sugary foods or sweet treats cognitively, right? You intentionally put your mind to the fact that you're going to do this, you can actually naturally break down the pathway that was triggering you to eat sweet foods. And instead, you're using the frontal cortex of your brain, which will actually help you it's more of like the cognitive decision-making, impulse control, and delayed gratification side of your brain, pointing here because it's in the frontal cortex. That actually starts to build strength, just like the old pathway was. And you're able to make more rational decisions, more self-control, delayed gratification decisions that way. So by the time my book is 21 days sugar detox, because it takes time to build up those new neural pathways and get rid of old habits and build up new ones. So that's super important. Also, foods that are rich in omega-3s, found in fish, oil, nuts, and seeds are super helpful in strengthening, building up those new pathways. So as you're detoxing sugar, it's not just a bacterial thing that wants the sweet, but it's also a brain pathway, a reward center that would allow you to want to crave more sweet. So it's hard in two ways because your body craves it and your mind might desire it as well. But we got this. That's why accountability is so huge. We can do this together. The other type of food is salty, crunchy. So some people, I've had clients in the past tell me they weren't really into sweet, creamy foods. They were more into salty, crunchy, which actually has the same effect. If you're stressed, the chewing that you may be experiencing sorry, I got distracted. If you're crunching on something like pretzels or chips, things like that, it actually also creates a calming effect. And the crunch releases serotonin as well. So it helps you, another brain chemical that helps you to feel a little bit more calm. So when I have watched basketball in the past, a lot of time the coaches are chewing gum really rapidly, and it helps them to kind of calm down a little bit and focus. So I don't know if you're a salty, crunchy, or a sweet, creamy style, but either way, it's providing you with a calming effect. And that's how food can be used as a drug. It actually calms us down. But of course, if you're consistently using food to make you feel better, you're going to put on weight and just not feel well because of the type of food that you're eating. And like we talked about yesterday, it's going to be harder to feel satisfied because your hunger hormones or your hunger hormones aren't getting triggered like they're supposed to stop eating. Okay. Okay, so that's strategy one, is just being really aware of what you're eating, the types of foods you're eating, and how to handle those emotions. Um, how to handle the emotions is beyond my scope of practice. That's something that you might want to work with the psychotherapist with or a counselor. So I'm just going to stop there with my frame. But if you need more help in that area, just let me know as far as handling emotions without food. All right, the second strategy is balanced nutrition. We talked about this a lot already. Um, Eating healthy whole food, that's low glycemic. It's going to have a little or small effect on your blood sugar, keep your blood sugar stable, insulin working within normal levels so you're not having extra deposits of fat. Making sure that you're eating foods that fight inflammation, which are all in the meal plan. Basically, those healthy whole foods, the foods that are found in nature, and eating them as close to nature in that form as possible, avoiding processed foods and harmful chemicals that are also in processed foods. And then just knowing, like we talked about before, that whenever you're doing something new or detoxing, the first 5 to 7 days are going to be tough, mentally and physically, depending on how much you are dependent on sugar. But just know that we're gradually rewiring your brain for the better. We're gradually ridding toxins, and it's just all part of the process. So just be patient with yourself and know that you're right on course. All right, strategy 3 is to get good sleep. We know that with good sleep, you have good rational thinking, your cravings are reduced, you inhibit that ghrelin, you're not as hungry as often, and that ghrelin is that thing that stimulates hunger. So if you have good sleep, you have rational thinking, you can make good choices, you're reducing your cravings and then inhibiting that ghrelin that might stimulate your hunger. All right, and the last strategy, finishing up your strategy 4, is meal planning and prepping. So what I like to recommend is at the end of the week on Fridays, that's the day you want to use to start getting your meal plan or your grocery list ready to go. So I provide you with the meal plan in my book and also in this program. Provide you with the meal plan. Take a look at what's on there. The book itself has a grocery list that goes along with it. See what you need, make your list. Just that's only on Friday. Just making your list on Friday. Then on Saturday morning, I would say, go to the grocery store, pick up what you need, and be ready for the week. You can also, I've done this before, is order my groceries. I've done that sometimes on Friday afternoons or evenings. I'll make my list and then order my groceries online from my store and then pick them up Saturday morning, which for me was amazing. I love that discovery, was like life-changing. So that's a possibility too, if you want to make it a little easier on yourself. If you like going to the store, then go on Saturday morning and enjoy your time. And then basically on Sunday, you're going to look ahead to the meal plan. You're going to prepare anything you may need to prepare in advance. A lot of times I like to cook veggies in advance, or sorry, cut up veggies and prep them in advance. Cook any protein I need to cook. Cook any sweet potatoes that I need to have ready, just so I can be ready for day 1 and beyond for that week. It's best, if you can, to go through your pantry and see what processed foods you have in there that you could live without, maybe things that have gone bad. Get rid of any sugary or sugar added foods that you have in there that you know would be tempting for you and could throw you off track. So either throw them away or give them away, but put them out of your sight or out of your area, because they're not going to help you, especially if you're eating a lot of whole food. You want to make sure to eat that whole food first so it doesn't go bad or get spoiled or rotten before you can enjoy it. Okay, so that is basically it. For today, day 4, your assignment for today is to share, of course, that you've completed this assignment and tag me on your post. The assignment is to clean out, if you haven't already, clean out your kitchen and your fridge and pantry of processed and sugary foods. Place them somewhere on your countertop or wherever. Take a picture of the foods that you're going to be throwing away or giving away, and share your picture on Facebook and tag me in the post, letting me know that you're committed to this. You've cleaned out your kitchen already. If you've done it already, you can just let me know that you've done it. You've done it days before, just let me know, but still tag me on the post. I want to give you credit for doing your work. So take a picture of your food and tag me on it. Let me know that you've done your kitchen clean out for today. And that's all for that. And then today's affirmation is, I am an overcomer and I'm excited about what God is doing in my life because of this challenge. So it is, I am an overcomer. If you want to say this along with me, you can. I am an overcomer and I'm excited about what God is doing in my life because of it. Basically what we're talking about earlier in today's scripture. So know that you're an overcomer and get excited for what God's about to do in your life. In so many ways, when you do this, you're going to notice that it's not just doing a sugar detox, but the character qualities that are being enhanced in your life are going to transcend into so many other areas of your life as well. So blessings on your journey. It's amazing. I've done it several times myself and seen many women do it, and I'm excited about the progress you're going to make as well. So, all right. So it is Q&A time. We have a few more minutes left. If you have any questions for me, I'm going to go onto my Facebook, answer any questions you may have. Tell me, or just tell me how you're doing. How are things looking for you? How are things going for you overall at this point? Let me know if you have any questions about anything. Okay. I'm not sure if I read this already, but Karen, looks like Karen from Texas said she'd love a chef and would allow me to learn alongside them. Oh yeah, wouldn't that be so cool? I would love that. I know when we had a person come to our house and cook, I wanted to be there, but I also didn't want to be in their way. And plus on those days I was at school with my kids. So unfortunately I couldn't watch, but yeah, that would be so cool. Let's see, Tracy, what protein powder do you recommend? Oh, good question. There's lots of options. I know. I really like the one at Costco. It's called Orgain. I'm pretty sure most Costco's have them. I know Target has it. Orgain protein powder is great. I also get one from Trader Joe's. It's a green container. It's a smaller container, and it's collagen protein, and it's unflavored, which is nice. So if you want to add it to anything that you make and you don't want flavor in it, you can use that as well. So yeah. So Annette, headachy Tuesday morning and tired. Oh yeah. So you're in it. Good job. I know. Yeah, I know. You got it. It's going to get better every day. You're going to kind of hit that peak of feeling those detox symptoms, but then at this point, you're going to start feeling a little bit better and getting out of the woods. So continue on and do your thing. Good job. Okay, any other questions for me before I head out? Let's see, for tomorrow, I just want to do a big review of everything we've been talking about, and then add in a couple more things. Oh, before I forget, while you're thinking of any more questions. So I'm running a little challenge with my book. If you have a hard copy of it like this one, what I would like you to do is take a picture of it, take a picture of yourself with it, and take a little selfie and post it on Facebook and just say, I got my book, whatever you want to say, tag me on the post. And I'm doing a raffle right now, a really cool raffle. I'm offering this beautiful Coach purse. If you haven't seen it yet, it's this amazing Coach bag that actually was $450. And I love purses and I love Coach purses. So I thought it'd be fun to give that away as the raffle prize for just sharing your picture of yourself with my book. So take your picture, I'll enter in the raffle. That's the grand prize, is the Coach purse, but also with the grand prize, you're going to get a 90-minute one-on-one session with me via Zoom. So a nutrition counseling session. I've been nutrition counseling for about 25 years in person or online, and haven't done it in a little while because I've traded it out for group coaching. But I'd be more than happy to coach you one-on-one for that 90 minutes, and then also provide you with a customized meal plan that would go in line with everything we discussed as far as your assessment session goes. So yeah, so the two prizes are the purse and a 90-minute assessment session with me, and a customized meal plan just for you. And then for everybody else, this is for the first 50 people. For the first 50 people who take a picture of themselves with my book, if you don't win the grand prize, everybody else, including the grand prize winner, is going to get a copy of my online course about mindset and nutrition. So really understanding how we think and how our behavior can affect our nutrition. So that's a really popular one. So everybody's going to get the 3 or 4 module course. It's an online course that you can do on your own time. So join and you will get everything. So, or participate, and you'll get all those things. Karen Barnes, what's the last day to add a picture? Oh, yes, good question. So the last day is tomorrow. I should have said this sooner, but the last day to add your picture for the grand prize raffle and the other prizes is tomorrow, January 13th. I will be choosing the winner that evening, and everybody else who participates will get my online course as well. So everybody's going to get something. And yeah, post your picture as soon as you can. If it's preferable if you post your picture on your personal Facebook profile and then tag me in the post, that would be ideal. Yeah, so I think that's it. Alicia already cleaned out your pantry. Oh, good. I'm glad it's going great. Yeah, I know it's hard. I know keeping up with all the meals and snacks can be hard because it's new and it's different. But if you guys join me for the 21-day sugar detox private group, the private group, so I said starts on Monday. It's $17 for the entire month. And if you want to continue in the group, as long as you want, it's $17 a month. And you can get coaching from me in that group and accountability and get your questions answered, or have help other people who are on the same journey and have other people help you who are on the same journey. So it's an amazing group. And I'm excited to do that with you all on Monday. So let me know if you want to do the group on Monday, and I will, actually, I'll just add the link here in the comments when we're done. So anyway, anything else? It looks like everybody has their questions answered. If you have more, if you're watching the recording of this and you have more questions while you're watching the recording, go ahead and comment in this same chat feed, and I'll come back and answer your questions as I see them. So anyway, hope you guys have a great day. Thank you again for your time. I am so happy that you're here and that you're being blessed by the information I'm providing. And I will talk to you tomorrow at 1 o'clock for our last class, or 10 a.m. Pacific and 1 p.m. Eastern. Have a great day, guys. Bye.